Hey everyone, and welcome to our Q&A presented by Just Love. My name is Paula Jane and I'm talking to Judy Carroll. Judy is an internationally known author and now has 5 books in the Zeta series. Today, Judy is going to share a message from her tall grey teacher Maris on the transitioning of Queen Elizabeth II. Hi Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
Judy, you have an interesting story about the night prior to the Queen's passing. Can you share that with us here now?
Yes, Paula, for sure. Now, I'm not a pro or anti-royalist. I'm not into following them, and I'm very neutral and not particularly interested in them one way or the other, although I've always picked up nice vibes with the Queen. This is why I was very surprised to find myself lying awake in bed around 9:30 p.m. on the night of Thursday the 8th of this month, our time here in Australia, and thinking about them quite deeply. I go to bed quite early and am generally asleep by that time, but that night I just could not get to sleep and could not get them out of my head. I kept thinking of the Queen dying and her son Charles taking over as king, and this was playing over and over in my head. It was annoying as I wanted to get to sleep as I had an early Tai Chi class on the next morning. Anyway, the next day, which was Friday the 9th, we woke to the news of the Queen's passing over. I was curious to know the time as we're 9 hours ahead of England here. It turned out that it was 12:30 in the afternoon there, which is 9:30 p.m. here, that a medical team was called to attend her as she was starting to transition. This must have been what I was linking into.
Wow, and you said that soon after, Maris was very persistent and getting you to pay attention as he wanted to say something about her transitioning.
Yes. Part of what I'd been thinking about as I lay awake during her transition process was what a hugely significant event this will be for the world right now at this time of the planetary transition and shift. Her death will be a real game changer for the planet. Over the next day or so, this kept playing over in my mind and I could feel Maris's energy around very strongly. As with the COVID and vaxxers, this event is really polarising and testing people and stirring up many emotions, which is adding to the divide and conquer agenda of the planetary controllers. I could tell that Maris wanted to comment to try to calm all the emotion and just bring everything back to a state of centredness and peace. There are strong feelings on both sides, pro-royalists and anti-royalists, but the spiritual path is always the middle way with no extremes.
Yeah, the middle way. Definitely. So let's hear what he had to say on the transitioning of Queen Elizabeth II.
Okay, Maris's message on the Queen's death. On the circumstances surrounding the death of the English Queen Elizabeth II, what we need to understand is that humans of Earth are children on the cosmic level, and children have a sense of dependency and neediness. They have a deep need for an authority figure, be it church, government, or a saviour of some sort, to look up to and to depend upon. This is just Earth human nature. Despite how upright or corrupt that figure is, the majority of humans on planet Earth still need it and depend upon it. Remember, on the universal level, there are no mistakes and no accidents. Everything is proceeding as it needs to. Given the major shift that Earth and humanity are in the process of going through, everything is perfect. The royals are different, being representations of the Anunnaki, the planetary controllers, hence their inborn sense of entitlement and privilege. Like all universal beings, they too have their lessons to master and their tests to pass, or fail. They too are products of their time and their level of conscious awareness. Charles, the one who now takes on leadership, is more consciously open in that he acknowledges his ability to communicate with plant life. Younger, unawakened souls make fun of this, as immature children are wont to do, with teasing and bullying behaviour. But this is a perfectly natural ability that more and more Earth humans are opening up to. Being who he now is, the King of England, will go a long way to legitimising this natural ability for many others. This is a major step in the planetary shift. All of you create your reality through your thought patterns. We are aware that many of you feel anger and resentment at the sense of entitlement and privilege with the royals, but we ask you to focus on a more positive future. Yes, by all means be aware of the negative side of things, but please do not feed it more with anger and hatred. Two negatives never do make a positive. Positive changes are right here in the wings waiting to be manifested. This new leader will be a bridge and a game changer in many ways. Trust that all is proceeding as it needs to, in its own time, as it does at 3D level. Be aware, but let go of anger and resentment. Do not feed it negative energy. All is well. Be at peace.
Wow, that's beautiful. That message brings so much peace. There is so much light and love in that message that I encourage people to listen to it again and again. Maris reminds us that two negatives never do make a positive, and he asks us to remember that on the universal level, there are no mistakes and no accidents. Everything is proceeding as it needs to, given the major shift that Earth and humanity are in the process of going through. Everything is perfect.
Yes, Paula, for sure. As with all the virus and vaccine info, disinformation is rife from both sides, put out in order to cause maximum disruption and emotion. The old divide and conquer agenda that the controllers have used since the year dot. Never forget they feed off negative emotion, so the more anger and fear they stir up, the better they thrive. In the greater reality, all is proceeding as it is meant to.
I think it's timely now to also remind everyone that the biggest army on planet Earth right now is the army of light and love. And as Mara says, positive changes are right here in the wings, waiting to be manifested. So relax and enjoy this beautiful planet of Earth and continue to choose love.
Yes, love is the key to the transition of the planet to higher frequencies. Anger, fear and hatred will not get us there. All it does is weaken our energy system and lower our vibrational frequency. Yes, negativity is being exposed as it is meant to be at this time, and we need to be aware of this, but holding on to anger and hatred does not help anyone. Something else that I've been picking up in connection with the event is that the massive wave of love experienced by literally millions of people the world over is helping the planetary shift by raising the energy frequency of humanity. Whether you feel that this love is justified or not is not relevant. And they are not admiring Queen Elizabeth for how many wars she's won or how many riots she's been able to stir up or how powerful she is. All these millions of people admire her for the goodness, kindness and quiet strength they feel in her. In other words, they're expressing love for the higher virtues of humanity. This is what's helping the shift in a big way. And despite the history of royalty on Earth, what Queen Elizabeth has done is to set a higher standard that others will be expected to follow and live up to.
I love that you say that the massive wave of love experienced by millions of people all over the world. It's just a massive wave of love that everyone is experiencing. It can be easy to fall into the not so positive and entertain fear with everything that's been said and everything that's been written about the Queen and the royal family. But again, remember Maris's message. Maris says, we ask you to focus on a more positive future. Yes, by all means, be aware of the negative side of things, but please do not feed it more with anger and hatred. All of you create your reality through your thought patterns. We really don't know if what's been said and written about them is true, so I guess the question begs, what do you know for sure? And the answer would be choose love.
Always choose love. It's human nature to tend to tune into what we want to believe. And yes, some awful things have happened on Earth, but the law of karma always overrides Earth human law. Those who have committed acts of negativity will reap that karma they've sown for themselves. Have no doubt about that, but it is not up to us to judge. Every single one of us has lived lives that would make us squirm if they were shown to us now. So just step back and allow the universe to balance things out.
Yes, we would squirm. So Judy's books are available from Amazon, or you can go through Judy's website. The first book in the Zeta series is
Human by Day, Zeta by Night, followed by the Zeta Message, then Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth Lessons in History, and my two most recent books, both Kindle editions and both also available in German, An interview with an alien, comments by an undercover ET, and cosmic spirituality blending religion and science in oneness from an off-planet perspective.
Thanks, Judy, and thanks, Morris, and thanks everyone for listening. If you like this video, please share with your family and friends and subscribe to this channel. Sending you all so much love, and bye for now.